Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Chris's Collectible Corner, and for those of you who are new, thank you for coming through to tune in for this review. And today, we're going to be doing a head-to-head comparison between the ZT Studios Brawly and the Beast Deities Brawly. But before we get into the figure itself, if you wouldn't mind, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification to be notified when new reviews are uploaded to the channel. It really helps and I appreciate the support. Alright, we have our combatants on the rotating stand, ZT Studios and Beast Deities. We're going to put them head to head to find out which is the best 3.0 Brawly figure on the market for your money. We're going to be going over the sculpt, paint, accessories, articulation, QC, and pricing. So without further ado, let's start the match. Alright, so if you couldn't tell, we have the ZT Brawly on the left and the Beast Deities Brawly on the right. Alright, now looking at the visual aesthetics, I think it's pretty obvious which one is more accurate. But just in case you guys are unsure, here's an image of Brawly from the anime. And as you can see visually, the ZT Studios Brawly is more accurate to the source material. He has a much wider chest and rib cage, still has the slim waist, but it's more compact, so it's a little bit smaller. I don't know, maybe like the waist around the skirt is a little bit thicker, so it covers it up a little bit more, and his arms are way more jacked and defined. Also, the pants are baggier, and it seems like the shine on the gauntlets on the wrists as well as on the feet are actually shinier than on the Beast Deities. And if all those other points weren't obvious, I think the other part that's also very obvious is the head. The head on the ZT Brawlies is more proportionate to the body, where the Beast Deities, the head looks a little small, where they literally had to come out with like a DLC pack with other hairs to make it bigger, but then it still wasn't good enough. So a lot of people have been replacing that one with the MP model head sculpts. Another thing that sets the ZT Studios Brawly apart from the Beast Deities is that, as you can see, it actually has shading on the muscle definition to really help make the sculpt pop, where a lot of that is missing or just non-existent on the Beast Deities at all. Looking at them from the side profile, as you can see, the ZT Studios is just much thicker. Like, his arm has much more definition, the mass is a little bit bigger, the shoulders, once again, you can see more definition. And I'm not saying that the Beast Deities doesn't have any definition or mass at all. It does, but once again, this is where the shading comes into play and really helps make that pop. Because on the Beast Deities, you can see the definition, but depending on the lighting, you know, depends on how well you can see it. On the ZT, doesn't matter with the lighting. The shading is there to help make it pop, to exaggerate those elements of Brawly. And then also, as you can see, his chest comes out more as well. He's just more rounded. He's just a thicker figure. And again, from the back, as you can see, the upper body of the ZT Studios is just bigger and wider in all metrics. I mean, look at the triceps. The triceps are huge in comparison to the Beast Deities. Now look, I'm not trying to shit on Beast Deities because I think the Beast Deities one is still a good figure. But if you're looking for something that's more faithful and visually represents the anime more, then yeah, I have to give it to ZT Studios with this one. Also, because of the paint as well. It actually has paint. With the Beast Deities, the paint is non-existent. It's not there at all. So yeah, for this round, for visual aesthetics and paint, I have to give it to the ZT Studios. Alright, so now comparing the accessories. At the top, we have the ZT Studios face sculpts, and on the bottom, we have Beast Deities. And honestly, all the expressions are pretty much exactly the same. The only expressions that are really different to me is the second one, where on the Beast Deities, he has the smirk without showing the teeth, where ZT Studios basically made another copy of the smirking face, just with a different smile. Which I said in my original review, I wish they would have just done a smirking face without the teeth showing. And then the fourth one for each one is a teeth gritted face. I feel like the ZT Studios teeth gritted face is much nicer. Like, it just seems a lot more expressive. But once again, it's slight. Looking at the Beast Deities one, I'm not mad at that one either. I think it's both negligible, and it basically just comes down to preference on which one you want more. So I guess going just off of the face sculpts, I'm going to give this one to Beast Deities just because it does have a little bit more variety, where ZT for two of the faces basically look like they're just repeated. repeated. These are the earring sets that come with ZT and Beast Deities. The ZT Studio only gave you 6 sets of earrings, where the Beast Deities actually gave you 12 sets. So that's actually much nicer, but I don't really think we care too much about the earrings. But if we're going to be counting every single point, then I guess once again Beast Deities takes the point with giving you more earrings. And now for the other accessories in terms of the hands, we have the ZT Studios on the left and Beast Deities on the right. You get more variety from the ZT Studios hands than you do Beast Deities. Plus, you actually get more. The ZT Studios has 2 pairs of the curl fingers hand sculpts, one with the peg in it so you can attach the key blast, and one that's just empty. Where Beast Deities comes with the same amount, but then the 3rd pair is still very close to the first 2 pairs. Like, there's not really that much of a difference. Whereas you look at ZT, you get the karate chop hands, the finger pointing hands, and then much more sprawled out open palm hands for shooting a key blast, plus the crossed arms. With Beast Deities, you get basically 3 different variations of the same hand expression, then one unique hand, which is him holding Goku's hair, and then the crossed arms. So just going off of hands, I have to give this one to ZT Studios. Now looking at the key blasts. On the left, ZT Studios once again. On the right, Beast Deities. The Beast Deities smaller key blast has a lot more detail to it. With the ZT Studios, there's a very simple green orb. They didn't really do much sculpting on it. So I guess, again, for this one, we'd have to give this to Beast Deities. Now, this is the extra accessory that ZT Studios comes with that Beast Deities doesn't have at all. Exclude the 2 smaller orbs, because I just showed you guys that in the last slide. But the last orb has all the pieces you would connect to it in order to make the giant key wave blast that Broly usually makes and is known for. So in this department, just for more accessories as far as effects, then yes, ZT Studios will take this. But if I'm breaking it down, just going point by point, being as fair as possible and transparent, face sculpts, Beast Deities. Earrings, Beast Deities. Hands, ZT Studios. Key blast sculpts for the smaller ones, Beast Deities. Extra key blast effect, ZT Studios. So it's 3-2 Beast Deities. So in terms of accessories, I have to give this round to Beast Deities. Alright, so now let's compare their articulation to one another. We're gonna start with the heads. And sorry, I gotta just manually, figure this out because these are 2 big figures and I don't have a lot of space. So sorry ahead of time. Alright, in terms of articulation, is it focused? Yes. Good. Alright. It seems like, as far as looking down, the ZT Studios Broly does that better. Can he look up better than the other one? Yes, and he can look up more because this one is just looking straight. This one you can at least see the chin is kind of raised up. So alright, so in terms of head articulation, ZT wins. Head tilt, it's negligible, it's not by much. Okay, well, now you can see a big difference. Alright. Better head tilt as well. Now, let's see. Head rotation. This one can go all the way around. No problem. But, so can this one. No problem. So as far as head articulation, he takes the W. Now, let's look at the arms. Whoop. And go past 90. Can go past 90. About the same. Alright. Elbow bend. Who's got a better one? Alright. Oh, they're about the same in that regards too. Alright. Shoulder rotation and bicep rotation I don't really think matters. I mean, literally both the same. They can rotate, so not really going to cover that. Alright, now let's focus on the butterfly joint. Alright, Beast Deities Brawly, I think, has the better one. He can get his arms across more because the plastic on the chest is softer. So, if I push it across, there we go. Alright, now let's try ZT. Yep, that's as far as he can go. So as far as the butterfly joints, Beast Deities is taking that. And let's look at it from the back. ZT's is cleaner, but Beast Deities is more effective. So there we go with that. Alright. Ooh, both big guys. Wish they had stronger ankles. Alright. Let's fix that. Okay. Now let's check ab crunch. This display literally is not big enough for the both of them. But I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Alright, so ab crunch. Beast Deities is practically non-existent. It's not moving at all, at least for mine. Alright. ZTs. There you go. So yeah, in terms of ab crunch, ZT takes that. Gonna bend his arms in. Just trying to make them smaller because I can only fit but so much on here. Alright. Side to side swivel was a little rough there. Whoa. Okay. Side to side swivel. Oh, that's gonna happen. Much better here. Alright. And waist rotation. Boom. What about this guy? Waist rotation? Yeah, okay, no problem. He just can't shimmy to the side as well. Alright, so in terms of upper body, ZT takes it in most places. The only place where he really lost was the butterfly joint, but I think that's because of the wider chest and rib cage. It kind of inhibits his flexibility a little bit more. Now let's focus on the lower half. So I'm going to move these arms up. See, I'm trying to avoid that because they have big hair, big muscles, big arms, big everything. It's like, all right, guys, like, relax. Okay. Then I got that out the way. Alright, as far as legs, he can kick about 90 degrees. Really good, softer plastic. Can kick out to the side. Not that much, or it should pop off the whole leg. Lesson learned. Oh, let me fix that. Alright, so that one, side to side. This one I'm scared of, because you can see it's much tighter, but also the skirt is a lot harder. So there's that. And as far as his legs kicking up, I'm not going to do it because if you saw my full video, if I push it too high, this piece pushes up on his torso, so he just flies right off. So in terms of lower half of articulation, I'm not going to really go over everything. I think these are the two main things I kind of wanted to showcase. These Deities is much better. So I guess in terms of articulation, Beast Deities takes the lower half, but ZT takes the upper half. So I guess this would basically be a tie. So I hope that helped. You know, I mean, knee bend, pretty much the same for both. I know some of you guys are going to wonder, but there you go. He does have sturdier ankles than he does. We'll say that. And then, yeah, see? The event's the same, so nothing really crazy. But, yeah. Alright guys, so that was my comparison video comparing the ZT Studios Broly to the Beast Deities Broly. And we broke it down from visual, sculpt, and paint, accessories, articulation, and quality control. And last but not least, pricing. So the pricing for the ZT Studios Broly is $130. Now I think for a figure of this size, I think that's a proper price to charge for this. Other people may find that to be an issue, but to each their own. The Beast Deities Broly comes in at $85. Same size, a little light on the hand accessories and key blast effects, but definitely much more affordable. And for a lot of people, that solidifies the decision on which one they're going to be going with. So like I said, I'm trying to be fair as possible with this. I'm not really taking any sides. If you guys want, you can do that in the comments. Go right ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. But in terms of visual aesthetics and paint, I categorize that as one section. I'm gonna give that to the ZT Studios Broly. Now, when it comes to the accessories, technically in a sense, the ZT Studios does have more accessories because it comes with more hands and that extra key blast effect. But the Beast Deities has more variety in facial expressions. The key blast effects are more unique as far as the smaller key blast effects. And the one thing that I don't think anybody really cares about, the Beast Deities Broly did come with more sets of earrings, but I highly doubt that's like a make or break thing. So really, if I'm looking at it from that standpoint, I'll probably call it a tie. So honestly, you can go either way. For others, it may be a more clear choice, but I'm gonna call that a tie. Now going into the articulation and quality control. Articulation, once again, it can go either way. The ZT Studios had better side-to-side movement, ab crunch, and leaning back, and head articulation. The Beast Deities Broly couldn't do those things, but it did have a better butterfly joint. And you can actually articulate the legs and not having to worry about the upper body popping off like the ZT Studios. So really, it's like one is better at upper articulation and one is better at lower articulation. So once again, articulation, I have to give it a tie. But now when it comes to quality control, I have to give that to Beast Deities. The ZT Studios, as nice as it is, it was a little bit hard to handle sometimes. Not that it's like floppy or anything like that, but once again, if I'm moving the legs and the whole upper body pops off the ball joint, kind of an issue there. Also, the ankles are not that secure, especially for a figure this size and has the kind of weight that it does. And then the other thing was, yes, the arms, to put in the cross arms, are a lot easier than it is on the Beast Deities, and they pop in. But then once you kind of do that, I notice like when you're moving the regular arms after you remove the crossed arms, depending on which angle you're moving it, pop off pretty easily as well after that as well, which was kind of annoying when handling the figure. As far as quality control, I have to give it to Beast Deities. So honestly, it seems like one got a point in each section. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of splitting hairs, and the price is also a big factor for a lot of people, where Beast Deities takes that as well. So honestly, I think in all terms of fairness, I'm not gonna lie, this was harder than I expected, and most times there's more clear cut on who the better figure is, but I'm gonna have to call this one a tie. And honestly, some of you may not like either of these Brawlies. You may still like the SH Figure Arts Brawly, or you're still waiting for a Brawly that doesn't exist yet, that's the middle ground between these two and the SH Figure Arts in terms of scaling. Because I know a lot of people don't like their Brawly being this big. That's also an issue for them. At the end of the day, this is just my personal opinion, and you may completely disagree. If we could fuse these Brawlies together, only taking the positive attributes, then we'd have the perfect Brawly figure. But it's up to you to make the final decision. Probably all the points I stated out doesn't matter to you, and some of you may prefer a better looking figure to a playable figure. At the end of the day, it all comes down to preference. But I hope you found this video helpful, because I know a lot of people were on the fence of whether or not they should get Beast Deities and get this one instead, or skip on the ZT Studios and keep their Beast Deities figures. So I hope this kind of gives you all the information you need to make that decision. With that said, I hope you guys found this review informative. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification to be notified when new reviews are uploaded to the channel. Thank you for stopping by my corner of the internet, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.